What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel. So the MLB season kicks off on Thursday, and we're here for the 2025 season and here to give my season predictions for who is going to win each division and then who is going to win each of the major awards going into the year. But before we jump in, if you could just hit that like and subscribe button down there. We'll have more MLB videos on the channel throughout the season, throughout the playoffs later on this year. Obviously just starting out games 1 of 162 on Thursday, plus the playoffs. So we'll definitely have a lot on the channel, have a lot of other stuff on the channel too, other sports stuff on the channel. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. So we're just going to jump in. This will probably be a fairly quick video, but we're going to start out with the American League East. Obviously the American League East, Tampa Bay Rays, Toronto Blue Jays, New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, and Baltimore Orioles. I mean, this is obviously always a fairly competitive division, usually is year in, year out. Obviously, the popular pick is probably the Yankees, but the change that we've seen in Baltimore over the last couple of years, the Red Sox, some of the additions they made this offseason, Alex Bregman and whatnot, Toronto Blue Jays, I think, Vlad Guerrero Jr. obviously is a stud over there, and I think this is a really good division. Obviously, probably one of, if probably the best division in the American League, I think it's safe to say. But I'm gonna go with the Yankees to win this division. But I really think Baltimore is kind of that next team up, has a really good shot as well. But I'm gonna stick with the Yankees for this one. And then the American League Central, the Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals, Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Guardians, and the Chicago White Sox. Obviously the Tigers coming on hot at the end of last year, making the playoffs. The Cleveland Guardians, obviously in that tough playoff series last year against Detroit. They're always hanging around. Minnesota has gotten better as well. The White Sox, they're obviously rebuilding, at this point. But I'm going with the Tigers to win the division here in the Central. And then in the American League West, the Houston Astros, Texas Rangers, Seattle Mariners, the Oakland Athletics. I'm not calling them the Las Vegas Athletics or whatever they're going to name the team. And then the Los Angeles Angels. Definitely a very interesting division. I think the Texas Rangers have a good shot at winning this division, but I'm actually going to go with the team that's projected at this time to finish third. I'm going to go with the Seattle Mariners. Julio Rodriguez and squad there in Seattle. I got them winning the West. Heading over to the National League East, Miami Marlins, Philadelphia Phillies, New York Mets, Washington Nationals, and Atlanta Braves. Obviously, this is a very tough division with the Phillies and Bryce Harper, the Mets with Juan Soto coming over and the team that they have already, and then the Braves with the solid foundation that they already have, Matt Olson and all the other pieces. They have a really solid foundation there. I'm going to go with the Braves in this one, though. Stick with that solid foundation throughout the year, but obviously the new additions of the Mets and then the Phillies, Bryce Harper and over there, they'll have a good shot. This will be a tight race all year long, but I'm going to go with the Braves. Then the National League Central, St. Louis Cardinals, Pittsburgh Pirates, Cincinnati Reds, Milwaukee Brewers, and Chicago Cubs. With some of the additions that the Cubs have made this year, I'm going to go with the Cubs to win the Central. And then heading to the National League West, the Los Angeles Dodgers, defending World Series champions, Arizona Diamondbacks, Colorado Rockies, San Francisco Giants, and San Diego Padres. Obviously, over the last couple years, it's been the Dodgers and it's been the Padres towards the top of the division. But I think the Diamondbacks are slowly getting better. I think that the Giants are getting back to where they were a couple years ago, slowly but surely. But it's the Dodgers in this division. They're the best team in baseball for a reason. I believe they're going to win this division. I know that's not really hot takey, but that's where we sit. Those are my winners for all the divisions. So again, just a quick recap. The American League East, I have the Yankees winning that. American League Central, I have the Tigers. American League West, the Seattle Mariners. The National League East, the Atlanta Braves. National League Central, Chicago Cubs. And the National League West, the Los Angeles Dodgers. So then let's get into the 4 major awards and who I believe will be winning them this year. Going to start out with American League MVP. I have Vlad Guerrero Jr. winning the American League MVP. Shohei Ohtani, I got winning the National League MVP. Not a, obviously, trendy underdog, pick there. Obviously, it's just, he's the best player in baseball right now. What are you going to do? And then I got Tariq Skubal winning the Cy Young in the American League, and then Paul Skeens winning the Cy Young in the National League. Then who do I think will win the American League? Who do I think will win the National League? The American League, I think this is a toss-up. I think the easy thing to say here is the Yankees get back to a World Series here, but obviously they lost some in the offseason. They have obviously added pieces. They're the Yankees. They're going to reload, retool. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a team like the Mariners I picked to win the West. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take a jump. Wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers get there either, or the Blue Jays I think are going to have a pretty good year. The Orioles, as I said, I wouldn't be surprised. But I actually am going to go with the Baltimore Orioles to get to the World Series. And then in the National League, this is going to be the boring pick, but I got the Dodgers getting back to the World Series. I'm sorry. I do think they'll face some challenges. I think the Braves will obviously be challenging. It seems like they've been going back and forth battling. I think the Phillies will challenge. I think the Cubs, as I said, I think, they're on the right trajectory. Don't know about a World Series getting there just yet, but I definitely think the Mets, too, with their new additions this offseason. But, I got the Dodgers getting back to the World Series, and I have the Dodgers defeating the Baltimore Orioles in the World Series this year. So anyway, that'll do it for this one. As I said, knew this would be kind of just a quick video giving my predictions for this season. But anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.